Hello, what's up you guys? It's MikeyBot56 here with another video. So I know it's been a really long time since I've posted, but I was actually kind of just waiting to do something, but I ended up changing my mind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post I'm thinking maybe Sunday and Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure on the days yet, but I'm gonna post twice a week, whether that's like Monday and Friday or whatever it ends up being. So today's video is going to be welding 3 or 4, I can't remember. I think it's 4. Which this one's just going to actually be some welding, do a little voiceover with it, but let's get into the video. What type of welding we're doing. Another type of welding that I'll get into at a different time is flux core arc welding and MIG welding. So flux core arc welding and MIG welding, I'll talk about a little bit in this video, are welding processes that you use wire with, and it's pretty important in like structural applications, especially like iron workers. You don't see it too much in pipe, but a lot of the times you see it in structural work along with 7018 stick welding. Now what you just saw me do there was something called sticking the rod, which is very common when you're just learning, and don't get discouraged if you do it. It happens to everyone. I've been welding for over a year and still do it. Now, as you obviously just noticed, I switched angles. Now, in a minute, I'm going to start trying to weld right now. And you're going to notice that I get slightly angry at a point when the arc won't strike. So, yeah, you can see right now, that's actually with certain electrodes, not the one I'm using. Right now, I'm using an electrode called 6013. But with 7018, it's very common to have the electrode not want to start back up. But as you'll see, I'm going to put my extremely safe ground clamp. Yeah, right there, that's my ground clamp. That's supposed to have like a clamp on it, and it doesn't. It's extremely helpful to have that connected when welding, because that's all welding is. It's just creating a circuit that melts the metal. So I'm not going to voice over the whole entire video, but some stuff that's kind of important that I want to talk about with welding is travel speed and arc length. Now, with stick welding specifically, the electrode melts, and that's your filler material as well as your arc and flux. The outer layer is called flux, and some stuff that's kind of important to remember is you have to account for the rod melting. Now, you can see as I'm welding, I bring the stinger or electrode holder closer to the metal to account for the electrode getting shorted. So what you'll see here in a minute, right now, is I'm going to switch out electrodes and restart. Something that's pretty important to be able to do in welding is restarts, and they're definitely not easy, because they're just kind of hard for some people. Something that's also kind of important when restarting, you want to get that puddle nice and warm. So you want to do something called long arcing for about a second, which is where you just pull the electrode to where you're not going to get a good looking bead if you do that for the whole thing. But it's okay to do it when starting. You can see right there, I terminated the weld puddle because I didn't have any more metal to weld on at that point. And something I'm doing right now is cleaning off the slag. And you can see that it's not really wanting to come off, which is going to happen when you're a beginner. It's not always going to come off nicely. Now, right here, you can also see me just kind of hitting the metal itself. What I'm doing is there's something called Splatter that you get on your welds, and you can see it coming at the camera. It's a thing that's going to happen when welding, stick welding, flux core arc welding, and MIG welding all have a lot of spatter, whereas something like TIG doesn't have a lot of spatter. And what I just sprayed on the weld is something called Antispatter, which really all it does is, as those BBs come off the weld pool and land on the metal, they don't stick on the metal like they would without it. So, like I was talking, as you can see, that arc didn't strike up right away, and that's because the rod had gone back into the flux itself until I'd breaken the flux itself off. Now, I don't plan on talking this whole video. I'd like to just let some welding be enjoyed with just plain welding sounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking for a few minutes until the end of the video, where I do a little demonstration that you can't really see that well, but it's actually kind of important to talk about. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so earlier in the video, I said I was going to show you guys a little demonstration, and this is the demonstration. So, the demonstration is arc length. So, ironically, I missed right there, but you can see in this shot that, blue circle, that's the arc, plasma around. And it's not that much, but right here, where I just missed, it got real violent sounding. You don't want that either. You don't want it to be too close in the puddle, and you don't want it to be real violent sounding. You want it to just be a happy medium, and you'll figure that out at some point, but this is enough welding. Cue the intro right now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more welding videos, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'm going to try and post more often because people have been like, hey, you should post more often. So, see you guys in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and have a great day or night, whatever you're watching.